welcome to the sideboard one last time here at the StarCityGames.com Modern Open in Philadelphia, part of the SCG Tour, brought to you by Ultimate Guard and Okie Dokie Dice. I'm Nick Miller alongside our now Open champion. It's been a long time coming. Congratulations, Austin Collins.
Thank you.
You're young, but you've been to the elimination rounds many times. You've seen a lot of success, but a lot of heartache as well.
Yeah.
Top 8 here, you get to complete the job. How does it feel?
Honestly, it feels amazing. So I think this is my 8th top 8 between invitationals and opens. And like so far, I've lost in 7 of them. I think most of them were due to my own mistakes, so it just feels nice being able to like overcome that, whatever was blocking me, and finally get there.
Right. I mean, it's no surprise we've seen you play phenomenally on the tour this last year and a half that we've had you come into events, and it's no surprise here. You know, 2 weeks ago in Syracuse, you played this kind of new blue-red Delvery deck. Yeah. Playing the Is It Phoenix deck here in Modern, no surprise. How'd you come to this deck?
So I honestly didn't really know what to play. I was like pretty lost, but the data showed that this deck was performing, you know, really strong, really well. It was a really strong deck. And it was really the only deck that I've had experience with after KCI got banned. So I picked this up. Shout out to the deck list from Oliver Tomiko. He hooked me up with that. So I've just kind of been playing it ever since. Right, it's been no surprise. You tend to kind of gravitate toward the best deck. You played KCI a bunch, learned that deck, got it down. Now you have this deck. Feels pretty strong in your hands. Obviously, this deck was the talk of the weekend coming in. It dominated the Grand Prix, you know, 20% of the metagame, basically every tournament this weekend. You know, what are we going to do in this format? Is this the deck to just continue playing? Is there anything that can actually beat it? So I think there's one deck, and I think that deck is Mill. I think it's sort of like an underplayed deck right now, but I think if there are like some new deck lists, I think the current ones aren't great, but I think if there are like some new changes, you know, that deck could be very well positioned. I think it's pretty solid versus most of the top decks in the format right now, but it's definitely a random deck for sure.
Right, you're pretty entrenched in the Players Championship race this season. This is a huge win for you. Obviously, being, you know, one of the top players last season, you have the 3 buys this season. So I think this puts you in a pretty good spot to, you know, make a serious run this season. Yeah,
I'm really trying. Like, being able to qualify for the Players Championship would mean a lot to me. It's the event that I really want to do well at, so I'm really excited for a chance to be able to make it.
Talk about the finals there. Game 2. You had the tough decision deciding to take down the Liliana or not, and then it put you in a spot where you kind of had to draw out of it, but what was your thought process there in game 2?
So during that point in the match, I had a lightning bolt in my hand, so I was forcing him to basically just have something. I don't feel like the Liliana is really good versus the birds, so unless he had the Cletus exactly, it wasn't really doing a whole lot. I think at that point I had like some land in my hand or whatever, so the uptick didn't really matter much either. So I was just trying to put him in a spot where I'm just putting a ton of pressure on his life, and his Liliana really isn't doing anything. Especially in that matchup, you can't really afford to go long because they are like most likely going to beat you. So I was just trying to beat him as fast as I could, so we couldn't get to that long game.
All right, well, you're the champion now.
Yeah.
You've got a trophy.
I do.
One for Team Nova here, you know,
That's
one
true.
of the newer tours. You know, any shout outs or anything else to wrap up the event?
Yeah, I want to shout out my team. I also want to shout out my testing group, you know, like Aiden Breyer, Alex J. Chin. I want to give a special shout out to Alex Rubin for hooking me up with a bunch of the cards too. And also my friend Joseph Horton. He's a good guy.
All right, I assume you're going to be in Cincinnati next week?
Yeah,
What's the squad?
I'm gonna team. I think the squad is Bradley Carpenter and Zan Syed. So hopefully gonna do well in that event. I'm playing some Legacy. Gonna run back my blue-red Delver deck. Very excited about that.
A very strong team. I'm sure we'll see you there. Congratulations again, Austin.
Thank you.
First of what I have to assume will be many trophies here.
I sure hope so.
Send it back over to Patrick and Cedric to close it out here in Philadelphia.